Joseph interprets dream. Joseph was now in prison in Egypt. He had done nothing wrong, but God was still with Joseph. Joseph helped the other prisoners. The guard trusted him and put him in charge. One night, two men in the prison had strange dreams. One was the king's cupbearer. The other was the king's baker. In the morning, Joseph saw that they looked sad. "Why are you sad today?" Joseph asked kindly. "We had dreams," they said, "but no one can tell us what they mean." Joseph said, "God understands dreams. Tell me your dreams." First, the cupbearer spoke. "I dreamed of a vine with 3 branches," he said. "The branches grew grapes. I squeezed the grapes into the king's cup and gave it to him." Joseph listened carefully. Then Joseph said, "God has shown me the meaning. In 3 days, you will return to your job. You will give the king his cup again." The cupbearer smiled. Next, the baker told his dream. "I dreamed I carried 3 baskets of bread on my head," he said. "Birds came and ate the bread." Joseph felt sad but spoke the truth. "In 3 days, you will be punished," Joseph said. Everything happened just as Joseph said. 3 days later, the cupbearer was returned to his job. The baker was punished. Joseph asked the cupbearer, "Please remember me and tell the king about me." But the cupbearer forgot. Joseph stayed in prison for a long time. Yet God was still working. At the right time, God would use Joseph again. 2 years passed, and Joseph was still in prison. People forgot him, but God did not forget Joseph. One night, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had a strange dream. In his dream, Pharaoh stood by a river. Out of the river came 7 fat, healthy cows. They ate grass by the river. Then 7 thin, sick cows came out. The thin cows ate the fat cows. Pharaoh woke up, afraid. He fell asleep again and had another dream. This time, he saw 7 full heads of grain growing on one stalk. Then 7 thin, dry heads of grain grew and swallowed the good ones. Pharaoh woke up again. His heart was troubled. In the morning, Pharaoh called all the wise men in Egypt. "Tell me what my dreams mean," he said. But no one could explain the dreams. Then the cupbearer remembered. "I know someone," he said. "When I was in prison, a man named Joseph explained my dream, and it came true." Pharaoh sent for Joseph at once. Joseph was washed and brought before Pharaoh. Pharaoh said, "I heard you can explain dreams." Joseph answered softly, "I cannot do it by myself. God will give the answer." Pharaoh told Joseph his dreams. Joseph listened carefully. Then Joseph said, "God is showing you what will happen. The 7 fat cows and the 7 good heads of grain mean 7 years of plenty. There will be much food in the land. The 7 thin cows and the dry heads of grain mean 7 years of hunger. There will be no food after the good years." Joseph continued, "God wants you to store food during the good years, so the people will not starve." Pharaoh was amazed. "God has given you wisdom," he said. Pharaoh made Joseph second in command over all Egypt. Joseph was no longer a prisoner. God had lifted him up.